Hello, my name is Valerian Usmat, and my partner.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Christopher Colin, and our topic for my group is social status affects the use of foreign language.
First, I want to explain about understanding social status and religion language. First, social status. Social status is a person, place, or position in social group related to other groups in the larger group. And then religion language. And religion language is a language. Uh, this is spoken in an area within a sovereign country, that is, in a small area, a federal state, province, or a wider territory. Second, the relationship between social status and local language. Society is a group of individuals who work together with each other, or some things between individuals in manifested touch language. Language communities with farmer because there is mutual understanding, especially because there is togetherness in language cadres, namely sound system, syntax, and semantic. Thus, in the sense of society already contained the meaning of interaction, touch, communication, namely by language. Social stratification in a social givers rise to a variety of language, and furthermore, the variety of language stratifies social stratification. In English, children are come from parents who have the status of worker in factories, not allowed to enter university. We also encounter things like dyslexia, thought not as large as in English. For example, the word underline in the Japanese word is used when the open spoke higher position. Next, social status varies to culture language. Asian people who have high social status usually tend to have language that is more polite and more organized. People who have low social status will tend to use hard language or language that is less organized. Social factor influence use of language. For example, social status, education level, age, economic level, gender, and so on.
So, um, what about our opinion about social status affects the use of foreign language? So, the lower a household's social status is, the higher the possibility their accessibility to education will be affected negatively because of the lack of external education. Those belonging to a higher social class tend to use more features belonging to the foreign language, whereas the original dialect of the region is better preserved in the speech of the lower and less educated classes. And for example, a person in Chikara with having more privileges to study in a high international college with the good surroundings of foreign friends will have the audacity to speak foreign good and might be well as a native speaker. Unlike a person in small areas like Malang, a person are tend to use more local language because of the surroundings and friends to speak one another because of the surroundings and the mid-low economic issues. So yeah, we do agree social status affect the foreign language credibility around the society. So it's really affecting, and the impact is very big. And the main reasons of the social status effect the use of foreign language. Number one, people with higher social status will have the access to a better social media, TV, books, and many more, which it is the media for everybody to learn a foreign language easily, unlike people with mid-low social status that have more effort to learn a new foreign language. So the media, people with rich or higher social strata tend to have more possibilities to the outside world, or having a overseas friend. Something like social media, TV, books are the supporting devices to help them learn like many language, like English, Spanish, which people in low or mid social status are hardly to get those supporting devices. And number two, people with higher social status have a better surroundings of friends and people, which they might have a friend overseas, unlike the low mid social people who are tend to be more with the local region or territory. And the number three, people's social network or mobility is one of the influencing factor determines people to shift the language. People who possess good education, job opportunities, and wealth obviously influence low economic people to use high standard language. So it's basically what happened in the society where high social status tend to be more classy, more with dignity, unlike the people with low mid status. They just hang around with local region people. And the conclusion is we do agree that social status affects the use of foreign language, and people with high social status will always dominating the field of foreign language because of their mobility or network to the access of the education from anywhere, and they tend to know people from overseas, so they should have the second language acquisition for themselves. Otherwise, people with low mid status can still learning and have the acquisition of foreign language, but they tend to be more difficult to getting the media or knowledge because of the surrounding which are not supporting their abilities. Language, thus, plays an extremely important role in keeping us all apart and together. So, language is a barrier for high social status and low mid status. So, thank you, ma'am. This is our topic and for our group. My name is Christopher Collin. Thank you.